bring you guys a defensive tackle video for the 2013 offseason. I'm going to leave you guys with a note here before I get started. Defensive tackles, I actually watched tape on them first, and this was a little while ago, so I might have to re-watch some tape here. But from what I remember, I wrote, obviously wrote notes down, jotted everything down. There might be a lot of disagreement on some of the guys and what I saw. So let's get started. We're going to start off with Utah's defensive tackle, Star Lotulelei. I like Star Lotulelei a lot. The only thing that's hindering him right now is his heart condition that they just found at the Combine. It's pushing his stock a little bit back, but I can still see him as a top 10 draft pick. He explodes off the snap. I like that he looks to swat balls down all the time when he's on that D-line. He's very strong. He pushes offensive linemen around, but again, sometimes in the run game, I can see where offensive linemen can push him out of the play. But overall, I think he's a very solid prospect, without a doubt, top 10. But we'll see what happens with that, with the heart condition that he has right now. Next guy I want to hit on was actually one of my favorites, Sylvester Williams out of North Carolina, 6'2", 320 pounds. I watched a bit of tape on him. Quick hands and quick feet is what I really liked about him. He's very, right in your face when he's with offensive linemen. He has great play recognition. I think I liked him more in the run game and run support than actual pass rush, but he can definitely get after the quarterback, believe it or not. He's got some interior rushing skills that I do like. His good speed. He does look to bat balls down at times as well. Good pursuit, good effort. I like Sylvester Williams, I think, a little bit more than some people do. But if you don't like him, go watch some tape on him again. You'll see what I'm talking about. A guy that's not being talked about or hasn't been talked about a lot is no, not Johnathan Jenkins, but Johnathan Hankins. You can't get the two confused. Johnathan Hankins out of Ohio State, 6'3", 335 pounds. He can serve as a nose tackle as well. He's a run stuffer. He's great awareness on run plays. I think that's where where he shines a little bit more. He's not really going to get after the quarterback as much as he's going to be effective in the run game. He's not big explosion on that end. He does get handled at times, but he does disrupt the backfield on run plays. I think he's going to be a great guy to place in the middle of a 3-4 defense, where he can be that building block. He can build around that line for Johnathan Hankins. He's going to be great in run support. I think that's where where he shines. Another guy, Sheldon Richardson. A lot of people like. I wasn't a huge fan of. I think he's got great speed for his size. He's a former 5-star recruit. And as for his size, he's around 6'3", 290, I believe, 290 to 300 pounds. He looks to punch the ball out of runners' hands, which I really took note of. I really like that about him. But he's not always aware of where the runner is on run plays. He doesn't wrap up when he penetrates into the backfield at times. He needs to get better at wrapping up, which is one of his bigger flaws, I think. But Sheldon Richardson, without a doubt, is, in my opinion, late first round. A lot of people think he's mid to maybe top 10 pick. I'm going to say late first, but that's just my opinion. That's why I'm not an analyst on ESPN. I'm working on it, guys. Next guy I want to hit on, I did like this guy as well. Kawaan Short, 6'3", 320 pounds, 325 pounds, I believe it was. A good size for his defensive tackle. I like that. He's not very fast, obviously, because he's huge. But the reason why I put that down is not very fast is because I always watched him when he was pursuing a runner, whether it was a quarterback who was scrambling or a running back on a run play. He was always just one step behind him. If he was just a tad bit faster, Kawaan Short, I think, could be a top 10 draft pick. He might attract double teams at times, so when watching tape you have to take that into account. His run stuffing ability is great, and another thing I liked about him is when he actually got into the backfield. When he beat the offensive lineman that he was playing, he just threw him away, and he was more of like a downhill runner, I guess you can say. He just picked up speed at the end and just would nail the quarterback, which I really liked. Kawaan Short, I think, would be a solid, late first round draft pick. I don't think, he's not going to go top 20. Anywhere from maybe 25 to 40, I think Kawaan Short will be off the board. I like him a lot. Johnathan Jenkins, I believe it is. Johnathan Jenkins out of Georgia, 363 pounds. 6'4", 363 pounds. Obviously, another run stuffer. You can place him, plug him right into a 3-4 defense. I didn't watch too much tape on him. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I couldn't find a lot of tape on him. But from what I saw, I'm going to read off here. He uses his hands and arms well for a big guy. He's a run stuffer. His footwork could use some work. He's a bit quicker than expected for his size, and he seems to play more of a 5 technique rather than a 3 technique, is what I have written down here. But obviously, I think if at 363 pounds, you're gonna have to place him in the middle of a 3-4 defense if you do that. But as a 4-3 defense, I have it right there: 5 technique more than 3 technique. So. Those are the notes I had. I don't have much on Johnathan Jenkins. And then the last guy I saved for last, obviously, Sharrif Floyd, defensive tackle out of Florida. Let me see if I can get his measurables here. I know I have it written down. Yeah, I watched some tape on Floyd. 6'3", 298 pounds. Here's the thing on Floyd. Oh, he's the number 2 prospect. Oh, he's the number 1 prospect. Oh, he's a top 10 pick. Oh, he's a top 5 pick. I'm giving my opinion on this guy for you guys here, and I'm not basing it off of what Mel Kiper has to say, Todd McShay, or any of the scouts, or anybody has to say, because I watched tape for myself. I don't know why there's all this hype about Sharrif Floyd, and I'm being honest. I'm gonna read off what I have here. I forgot what I wrote on him, but I know what I think about him. Not much of a help in pass rush, hardly gets pressure on quarterbacks, more of a run stuffer, often gets double teamed, which nothing against him there. Great getting off the line, stumbles up often, footwork needs a lot of help, great use of arms and hands, so much more productive when he's one-on-one with an offensive lineman, which is understandable. When he's doubled, he doesn't do anything. So that's what I have on him. I really didn't see. I really don't see what all the hype is about. And please help me out. I mean, I'm being serious here. If you can show me a game, show me some plays, show me something, put it down in the comments to help me out about Floyd, so I can watch and see for myself. But from the games I watched, I didn't see a lot. I watched, I believe, 4 or 5 games on him. Might have been 5 or 6. I can't remember. I have some games here jotted down, but. Help me out, because I didn't see it. Maybe I'm not seeing something, but those are the guys, those are the D tackles that I have, the top defensive tackles in this draft. Floyd, from all the hype and everything, he's probably going to be a first rounder, but I can't give you a projection on that. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your opinions, where you agree, where you disagree, and throw that all that stuff down in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'm out.